Welcome to the Montgomery Report. I'm bringing you all the tea, gossip, and news that you can handle. Let's get into it. I'm first reporting about former Alabama running back Ahmad Galloway, who passed away sadly at 42. 1999 to 2002, Galloway played for Alabama, and then he was drafted by the Broncos in the 2003 draft. Galloway played a few years pro ball before retiring and becoming a middle school English teacher in St. Louis. A welfare check was conducted on his home and he was found no longer alive. In his home, no foul play was suspected. My condolences go out to his family. Next. So still talking about football, one of the Dallas Cowboy defensive end players has a warrant out for his arrest right before the playoffs. So defensive end Sam Williams was involved in a car accident last month, and this is leading to this warrant for his arrest. So in this car accident, Williams and the other driver were in this car accident. The cars, I guess, were pretty banged up, and both him and the other driver were transported to the hospital. Both were released. So the warrant is a misdemeanor warrant for reckless driving for Williams. The police say they are not basically actively looking for him. They have reached out for him to turn himself in. No word as to whether this is going to affect Williams' ability to play in the playoff. So I guess there's more to come on this one. Next, my last story that I'm reporting on goes to all these people out here who want to discriminate against people. It could be hitting you in your pockets deep. So a judge just ruled just recently in favor of a black woman who was discriminated against by some landlords, and they were ordered to pay her $140K. So the woman, basically, she answered an ad on Craigslist, and the Craigslist, I guess, ad was a little shady itself, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. But she was a black woman, and she went to go look at this $700 a month rental, and she was told once she got there that she would not be allowed to rent it because she was black. So the owner and the rental agent clearly violated the Fair Housing Act by discriminating against her based on her race. Now, this isn't what you think. It isn't a case of white versus black. The homeowner and the rental agent were both of Asian descent. And it was reported, basically, they were asking her some really kind of strange questions. So one, they asked her to send them a picture of herself, probably like an ID or a driver's license, which she refused. Some of the other questions that the rental agent and the owner asked of the woman were very prying. They asked about her education, her life, and her cooking habits. They want to know what she cooks. And they wanted to make sure, they said they do this type of screening because they want to make sure that the potential tenant fits into our social economic style. Quote. He then told her as she stood outside the home, so she did go to the home, that they would not rent to her because she is black, according to her testimony. So basically, this landlord and this agent told this black woman that it would make the house, and this is a quote, uncomfortable, as all the other people living in the home were Asian professionals. What? So I wonder how uncomfortable they are now, because the court has now ordered that the agent and the homeowner pay this woman $79,782 in compensation damages, $49,472 in civil penalties, and $11,394 in attorney's fees. Y'all better think before you want to discriminate. It's going to hurt your pockets. It's going to hurt you just as a human being. You should feel horrible. Next, this has been the Montgomery Report. Thank you for joining me. Please follow, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Your support is so much appreciated. And until the next time, this is the Montgomery Report, and I'm Montgomery.